Greetings and great rising, y'all. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I'm going to do something a little different today. I am going to say what I need to say before I say prayer. Ashe, because a lot of people don't have a long attention span. And so I'm going to go ahead and say what I need to say because I know it was hot topics yesterday. So first off, we're going to talk about the assassination attempt, staged, fake, false flag. That's just me. That's just how I feel. I feel like every time that man numbers are low and the midterms is coming, right? They need something. That's why they had all them. Look at who all they had in the room. Look at all who they had in the room. Even Mike Johnson. Yeah, them poll numbers low. Them poll numbers low. Yeah. Obama was the first black president. Ashe. And we didn't see that many attempts. Y'all know the United States is big at racism. The Triple K is still alive and well. The Proud Boys are there. How many attempts did Obama have? Dan, come on. Anyway, so yeah, that's how I feel about that. Hey, I don't care. I don't care what you think. I don't care. That's just how I feel. Staged. It's not working this time. Even on Fox News, right? They had one of their reporters come on there, and she was about to say how she was told, kind of, baby, they cut her off, miss it, click, cut her phone off. So even on Fox News, everybody knows what's up. And then they asked him, sir, why is there so many attempts on your life? He said, because I'm the greatest. Bitch, no. No. One, it's staged. And two, it wouldn't be because you're great. It would be because people are sick of your ass, including me. Okay, so that was that. And then you have Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson. Klay who? Baby, a lot of us didn't even care for you before then. I mean, didn't you fumble Coco? Yeah, no, we weren't even checking for you like that when you fumbled Coco. So yeah, you know you fumbled Megan. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this. This is just my belief. I just don't believe that men are able to be monogamous. I've seen men fumble too many great women. I don't think they have a monogamous bone. And a lot of times I'll be like, well, maybe they're just big flirts. But even flirting to me is cheating. And so yeah, men fumble when I don't think they know how to be monogamous. And I know it's somebody probably saying, well, sorry, I told you when I'm not holding the phone, it cuts off real fast. But yeah, it's a woman out there saying, well, not my man. My man don't do none of that. Babe, he might not cheat, but most of them, they flirt. A lot of them are big flirts. And to me, I just like, if you have one that don't flirt, don't cheat or anything, great. I just don't think most men know. And maybe maybe it's not. I've seen where they said it's not natural to be monogamous. They say look at history of the evolution of men, that about the multiple wives and all this and that. That may very well be true. I mean, people call me Oba, and Oba was actually damn it, I don't want to mess it up, but Oba was the first wife. Was it Ogun? Shango? I don't know, but Oba and Oshun had the same husband, and Oba was the first wife. And the story of that is Oshun tricked Oba. Whole nother story for another day. So yeah, in evolution, maybe not. Maybe they don't know how, but yeah. Anyway, I don't think men know how to be monogamous. And I just wish that men would be truthful with the people that they date, or be truthful in general. I'm gonna always say, hey, be truthful with me. So anyway, prayer for the ancestors. Let's get this out the way. I give thanks and praises to my benevolent ancestors. I thank you for protecting me. I thank you for walking with me. I thank you for showing me the truth. I thank you for discernment. I thank you for teaching me discernment. I thank you for keeping me alert. I thank you for reassuring me when I thought there was no way out. I love you infinitely, ancestors, for all that you endure, so that my life on this plane is filled with lessons that could never be taught from a book. I praise you, benevolent ancestors. I honor you, benevolent ancestors. I appreciate all you do in my life, and I continue to gratify you in the most sincere way. Ashe, amen. Prayer for the ancestors. From the book Speaking with Spirit on page 120. Let me get the affirmations. I'll be right back. Okay, so today's affirmations. I am beautiful. I am divine. I am love. I am enough. I am whole. I can and I will. I radiate success. I set my own limits. I embody the goddess. My presence is powerful. I am manifesting abundance. Others find me desirable. Ashe. I feel safe and comfortable in my body. I see the divine within myself and all others. I am in charge of how I feel, and today I choose happiness. I deserve the best, and I accept only the best now. It is my time. I am coming into my greatness. I am choosing, not waiting to be I am choosing and not waiting to be chosen. I overcome fears by following my dreams. I am attracting the partner of my dreams. I let go of all that no longer serves me. My body is healthy and full of energy. I will not compare myself to others. I have the power to create change. I am my own superhero. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So yeah, y'all know I have a list of affirmations. So take the meat, leave the bone. Ashe, Ashe. So you can just take the ones that pertain to you and leave the other ones out. Write you a list of affirmations. Keep them by your bed. Keep them near you. Put them in your purse, pocket, wallet. And whenever you're feeling away, take those affirmations out and read them. I set alarms for affirmations for throughout the day. Ashe, Ashe. And the reason why I do that is to remind myself that, hey, you might be in this moment of not being happy or sad or grieving, but that moment don't last always. So you say those affirmations to remind yourself of who you are. And also, Alexa, turn it down. I don't want to get clipped. Y'all know I like Pastor Mike Jr. Yeah. Okay. But yeah. So take those affirmations out and say them throughout your day. Keep them with you. I'm telling you, it'll help a whole lot. And also, I remember I was once told that if your dreams and your goals don't give you some type of anxiety or fear, they ain't big enough. And that's not to say that you're supposed to be scared of your dreams and your goals. That means to aim higher. That means you can achieve a lot of great things. Don't they say the sky's the limit? But if we're being honest, right? I mean, we're not gonna talk about the firmament. That's a whole discussion for another day. But if the sky ain't the limit, if it's really something further past that sky, that means there is no limit. That means you can dream however big you want to fucking dream. Ashe, Ashe. And then again, I have to tell myself this too. And so I'm gonna say it again. Don't compare your life to anybody else's, because like I told you, the grass ain't always greener. Sometimes they had to really dig deep, remove that old grass, right? And dig deep into that soil to replant real grass. So that's why it's greener. And then sometimes it's greener because it's fake. So don't ever compare yourself to others. Sometimes that grass ain't always greener. And sometimes you don't know how hard they had to work to get it that green. Sometimes that grass is turf. Sometimes that grass is painted over to make it green. Ashe, Ashe. Comparison is the biggest thief of joy. Don't compare your journey to nobody else's. And I have to tell myself this. My journey is not nobody else's. My journey gonna have hiccups. My journey probably gonna have a lot of grief. My journey gonna have some sadness, anger, all kind of stuff, depression. That don't mean that I give up on it. That just means I have to work harder. And I have to tell myself this all the time. So anyway, I hope y'all have a good day on purpose. Yeah. I think that's all I got this rising. I know it's gonna be some more BS throughout the day. Y'all, let me tell y'all something yesterday. So yesterday, well, the day before yesterday, so Friday, gas was like $3.13 in my area. Then yesterday, when I was passing by the same gas station, it was $3.53. I was like, damn, I went up 50 cents overnight. So then I went to the dollar store. On my way back home from the dollar store, I passed by the same gas station. That shit said $3.62. I'm like, wait a minute, I just literally passed by here. They playing with us. They playing with us. That's what I'll say. And we have to be tired enough to want change. And I think that is what this administration is afraid of, which is why they had that fake ass false flag yesterday that even the president himself couldn't act good at. Everybody at the bottom of where he was at was ducking. Even Cash Patel, you the FBI agent. You ain't supposed to be ducking shit. You ain't supposed to be ducking a fuck thing. You supposed to have your gun out. Cash. Cash. You the head of the FBI. You hide behind tables. Now, mind you, as everybody else ducking, everybody on stage was looking around. Not ducking, not doing nothing. Mind you, they got the vice president out before they got the president out. Baby, if y'all don't get y'all fake ass acting out of here. Anyway, y'all have a good day on purpose. Try not to tune into the BS. Ashe, because it's a lot of BS. I'll see y'all later. Unless something major happens. Not something fake, but something major happen in the news. But yeah, we have to want this change. And I'm gonna tell y'all, we still are gonna talk about how we are living in multiple universes simultaneously. Multiple realities simultaneously. And no, I'm not crazy. But once I gotta write it down what's in my head so I can break it down to myself to break it down to y'all. Ashe, y'all see my muscle? I was trying to hold this button because yeah, my camera, whenever I'm not holding it, it keep cutting off. Anyway, I think it's like a hand gesture my phone has. So once I move my head and move my hand, it cuts off. So anyway, I'll see y'all later. Have a good day on purpose. I love y'all to pieces. And yeah. Oh, it's Sunday. Practice some self-love, self-care. I don't care what they look like for you, but do something for yourself. Ashe, Ashe. Now I'll see y'all later.